Have you ever noticed how expensive things become the moment you ignore them? A small toothache turns into a root canal. A minor car noise becomes a full engine repair. A slightly tight budget turns into credit card debt that won't go away. We rarely plan for disasters, but we quietly create them. If you value calm, rational conversations about money and real life, subscribe to the channel. That's what we do here. Today, we're not talking about hustle culture. We're not talking about side gigs or extreme investing strategies. We're talking about something much simpler. Why fixing problems later is almost always more expensive than preventing them now. Let's imagine someone very ordinary. David is 29. He lives in Chicago. He earns $72,000 a year. After federal taxes, state taxes, Social Security, Medicare, and health insurance deductions, he brings home roughly $4,300 per month. Here's where it goes. Rent, $1,650. Car payment, $420. Insurance, $160. Student loan, $350. Utilities and internet, $220. Groceries, $450. Gas and transport, $200. Phone and subscriptions, $120. Before eating out, before socializing, before anything unexpected, he's already down to around $730. That $730 feels like room, but it isn't, because life doesn't stay stable. The car needs servicing. The dentist suggests treatment. His back has been hurting for months. His relationship feels slightly strained because they're both tired and stressed. None of these are emergencies yet, so he postpones them. And this is where the real cost begins, the hidden financial mistake. Most people think financial mistakes look dramatic. Big investment losses, failed businesses, reckless spending. But the most common financial mistake in the United States and Europe is much quieter. It's deferred maintenance, not just on cars, on health, on relationships, on skills, on savings. We postpone discomfort today and accept a much bigger bill tomorrow. The system doesn't punish you immediately. It compounds quietly. David's car needs brake pads replaced. The mechanic quotes $450. He thinks, I'll wait another couple months. 2 months later, the brake rotors are damaged too. Now it's $1,200. That $750 difference, that's the cost of delay. Now let's apply the same logic to credit cards. He puts $2,000 of dental work on a credit card at 22% APR. If he pays the minimum, say $60 a month, that debt can easily stretch into 5+ years. Total interest paid? Roughly $1,200 or more. So the $2,000 dental treatment quietly becomes $3,200, and that's assuming no additional spending gets added to the card. The cost of postponing savings works the same way. If at 29 he invests $300 per month into a broad market index fund averaging 7% annually, by age 39, that's roughly $52,000 invested. If he waits 10 years and starts at 39 instead, he would need to invest nearly double monthly to catch up by retirement. Time is not neutral. Time either works for you or it charges you interest. The psychological reason we do this. This isn't about intelligence, it's about human wiring. Our brains heavily discount future pain. Psychologists call it present bias. We emotionally feel today's inconvenience far more intensely than tomorrow's consequence. Fixing brakes today feels like losing $450. Damaged rotors later feel abstract and distant. Skipping the gym feels comfortable now. Future back problems feel theoretical. Avoiding a hard conversation in a relationship feels relieving today. Long-term resentment feels invisible. We are not wired to value prevention. Prevention feels like spending money for nothing. Repair feels justified because something is visibly broken. But by the time something breaks, it's already more expensive. Lifestyle pressure makes it worse. In the US and much of Europe, lifestyle expectations quietly amplify this pattern. There's pressure to maintain a certain look of stability. Decent apartment, reliable car, vacations, dining out occasionally, good clothes, social participation. None of these are unreasonable, but when margins are thin, prevention is the first thing sacrificed. Emergency fund? Later. Retirement contribution? Next year. Health checkup? When it's serious. Therapy? Maybe someday. And because nothing collapses immediately, the illusion of stability continues until it doesn't. Imagine David never builds a proper emergency fund. Every unexpected expense goes to credit. Average unexpected costs per year? $3,000. If even half of that sits on high-interest debt annually, compounding at 20%, over a decade he could easily accumulate $15,000 to $25,000 in interest alone. Not lifestyle upgrades, not assets, just interest. Now layer in health. Ignoring minor issues can lead to surgery, extended sick leave, or reduced work performance. One unpaid medical leave month? That's $4,300 gone. One missed promotion because stress affected performance? That's tens of thousands lost over a career. Deferred maintenance isn't dramatic, it's cumulative erosion. It slowly reduces optionality. And optionality, the ability to say no, to pivot, to breathe, is what financial stability actually gives you. This isn't just about money. Financial tension seeps into relationships. When small financial stresses stack up, they create irritability. Avoided conversations turn into resentment. Two people both postponing discussions about money can wake up 5 years later emotionally distant. Relationship repair is also more expensive later, emotionally and sometimes legally. Prevention in relationships is simply small, uncomfortable conversations early. The same principle applies: small maintenance now or crisis management later. How financially intelligent people think. Financially intelligent people aren't smarter in math. They simply respect compounding in both directions. They assume small problems grow. They treat maintenance as a bill that must be paid. When they get paid, they don't ask what's left after spending. They ask, what future problems can I eliminate this month? That might mean putting $300 into an emergency fund even when it feels slow, fixing the minor issue before it spreads, scheduling preventative health care, investing consistently even when markets feel boring, having slightly uncomfortable conversations early. They see prevention not as a cost, but as buying stability, and stability reduces stress. Reduced stress improves performance. Improved performance increases income. It's a quiet upward cycle. A shift in perspective. Most people measure wealth by visible upgrades. Better apartment, new car, luxury vacations. Financially stable people measure wealth differently. They measure it by how many problems won't become emergencies. If your car breaking down doesn't create panic, that's wealth. If a medical bill doesn't require debt, that's wealth. If you can fix something immediately instead of postponing it, that's wealth. Prevention looks boring, but boredom in finances is often stability, and stability compounds. So what is the real cost of fixing problems later? It's not just higher bills. It's interest, lost time, stress, reduced career focus, damaged relationships, fewer choices. Deferred maintenance turns manageable expenses into financial shocks, and financial shocks delay progress more than almost anything else. The irony is, most people postpone prevention to save money, but they end up paying more. Not because they're irresponsible, but because small costs feel painful and future costs feel invisible. You don't need extreme budgeting. You don't need hustle culture. You don't need financial tricks. You need margin. And margin is built by addressing small issues before they expand. Every time you choose prevention over postponement, you're quietly lowering future stress. Not dramatically, not overnight, but steadily. And steady is underrated. If this helped you see your financial life a little more clearly, subscribe for more calm, rational conversations about money. No hype, just clarity.